actually love it to get older, because there's so much things that we learn in this relationship with God, and our faith gets stronger, and that takes us in a place of so much peace. Acts 17 verse 28 says, "For in him we live, we move, and have our being." That's a pretty amazing place to be in. In him. This is where I live, where I move, and I have my being. I am reading a little piece of Madame Jean Guyon. She was a woman with a lot of wisdom. Have you ever seen a painter able to produce a perfect picture while working on the top of an unstable table? No, I'm sure you haven't. So it's also true in our lives. Every moment of self, where you do things out of yourself, produce errors in the lines. But in Jesus, there is life. And it is He, as if He Himself paints the shapes of our life. And that makes a perfect picture when He takes control. Man by nature is restless. He does little, though it appears to be much. Remain in peace and move only when Jesus moves. This is a beautiful thing that she's explaining there. You can do your uttermost best. It can be so tiring. It can take the whole day, but it is restless. But if I'm in Him, I have my being in Him, I trust Him, I have my joy in Him. Doesn't matter what my day brings, I'm in Him. He takes the paint and He dip exactly the right color and He start painting. And I just move with Him. And it will be smooth and it will be joy. Even if it is a rough storm that He's painting, in Him, I will have my being and I will be safe. I love the phrase and the understanding that even if I try my best out of myself, I am unstable. Every breath we draw is a gift of God, and we live by grace every moment. He's given us a free will, but it is in our own interest to yield. It's in our own interest to submit to a higher authority, to God, and ask Him to do. He will never take away our freedom, and He will never take away our choice. Your will is your will, and you can choose. But it's a wise decision to give over to God, because He knows exactly what color to use and when to paint and what to do. He's the master of the canvas. The work of the master is what people will stand in awe of. People will look at this masterpiece and say, wow. And you can say, that is, I'm in Him, in Him and me. This canvas is not me. It's me in Him. It is a beautiful explanation of our life in Him. And maybe we should stop a little bit and see where I am trying so hard and I don't get it right. Maybe it's time to surrender. Maybe it's just time to say, God, I'm sorry. I've tried my best, but I know that You are waiting for me to surrender. It's a gift. Don't waste time. I bless you, my friend.